Good morning, everyone. We will begin the morning service of the Miroku Association headquarters, asking God and Meishu-sama for protection and the permission to participate today in the divine plan of constructing paradise on this earth. Let us pray together the Amatsu-Norito, the prayer of heaven, followed by the Miroku Prayer. Please stand. 高天原に君住まります。かむろぎかむろみのみこともちて、すめみおやかむいざなぎのみことつく 牛の義務家の立ち花の踊のあはぎ腹に急ぎ払いかも時になりませる洗いのの神たちもろもろのまがごとつにけがれお洗いたまえ清めたまえとまおすことのよしお天つかみ国つかみやおよろずの神たちともに雨の淵駒の耳振り立ててぎこしめせとかしこみかしこみもまおす弥勒大神守りたまえ先あえたまえ弥勒大神守りたまえ先あえたまえ教えみよや主の神守りたまえ先あえたまえ教えみよや主の神守りたまえ先あえたまえかんながらだまちあえませ。かんながらだまちあえませ。Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. Thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving joy. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified, and believe your truths given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May your light be realized, peace and prosperity are reality in our lives. May God bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your grace. Please be seated. We will now receive group Johrei.
Miroku, bless you.
Johrei is now concluded. We will now listen to a reading from Meishu-sama's teaching. Faith. In this world, there are many people receiving God's love and abundant blessings, yet they fail to recognize Him. There are people who insist there is no God, not realizing that through their own words, they are denying their own existence. The future lives of those without faith are like weeds floating upon moving waters, not knowing where to go. True faith should lead to serenity of mind and a life of happiness and joy. When we attain this state, we perceive the love of God in the sun, the moon, and the stars, in the beauty of nature, the songs of birds, and the perfection of flowers. We recognize God's caring in the abundance with which our every need is supplied, such as food, clothes, and shelter, and for which we express our gratitude. We sense our oneness with all life, not only with people, but with nature, with the plant and animal life all about us. This is a spiritual ecstasy. Upon having done our best in any situation, in that tranquil and happy state of mind, we have perfect trust in God. When I am faced with a difficult problem that seems to defy a solution, in spite of my best efforts, I turn to God for help and guidance. I release my problem to His wisdom and wait, trusting that the answer will present itself. I can say from experience that even if a prospect looks dark in the beginning, the result is always better than anticipated. God blesses me beyond my dreams in His own ways, through His wisdom. It is indeed wonderful. By placing my trust in God, my life has been richly blessed with His miracle.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining the Miroku Association headquarters morning service. Thank you also for your continuous prayers towards world peace, the victims of wars, of natural disasters, as well as man-made disasters. This morning, the faith experience I want to share with you is from Maria Domingas de Jesus from Botafogo, Rio de Janeiro. Mid-2021, Maria was going through a very challenging phase in her life. She had ended a 10-year relationship in a conflictual manner, experiencing sadness, resentment, and a great deal of tension. Spark in her life had disappeared. Working as a hairdresser, November 2021, a client offered her Johrei. The client explained that Johrei is a prayer that channels the light of God, purifies the spirit, and liberates us from suffering. Intrigued even without prior knowledge, Maria accepted to receive it. The response was immediate. After each Johrei session, she felt more uplifted and less anxious. Subsequently, whenever the client visited her salon, she received Johrei. December 31st, the client invited Maria to the Johrei Center to participate in a prayer of gratitude for the ending year. She also mentioned that Maria could make a prayer request for the upcoming year. Accepting the invitation, she received Johrei, made her request, and materialized a donation of gratitude. Her request was to end the year in peace, resolve the conflict with her ex-boyfriend, and eliminate all lingering resentment. Surprisingly, on that very day, he called her, and they were able to reconcile. Intrigued by our philosophy, Maria started exploring in our websites, watching online services, receiving 2 or 3 Johrei sessions a day, and following guidance from her minister. Through this process, she became acquainted with Meishu-sama's teachings, enhancing her spirituality. She increasingly felt that this was the right place to fulfill her mission. Her feelings transformed, and currently, Maria is in good physical and emotional well-being. She feels strengthened and balanced. In February 2022, she expressed the desire to become an instrument of God to expand His word, and she was granted permission to receive the Ohigari sacred focal point. Currently, she dedicates the liturgy of the closing prayer every Monday, channels Johrei, and promotes our faith whenever possible. She has already had the opportunity to guide 2 individuals toward the divine word. The grateful heart, Maria wishes to be increasingly useful in the construction of paradise on earth, bringing salvation to many and many people. Thank you very much for attending this morning service and for listening to this very powerful faith experience. Wish you all a most wonderful weekend.
And this brings to a conclusion our morning service. Thank you everyone for joining us. We wish you a very blessed day.